All right. We see a little change here. So now it's time to hop on and show the difference. See, for a second there on the 1 minute, we were actually bearish. Look at us starting to pop off right here. If you're looking at SPY, this thing's starting to run up. But for a split second, we were bearish, right? Came all the way down to this zone here. So I'm looking at this to be a little area for it to pop up off of. Click at or below. And then we just started running up from there. So 5 minutes left until the market opens. Very interesting, very interesting. But you see this little gap here. We got to fill that gap. So this might do it right now. May do it in the next several minutes. And then we have all of these little gaps from where we push down. So I'm looking to bounce right back up to that 474.30 area to start. But yeah, for a split second we were bearish, which made me hop back on the stream. Wanted to keep you guys up to date on that. Let's go ahead and click on this. So there's a zone here where we're popping off of for Meta. And we're looking to see if this starts to hold these trends of going up. Going to the 1 minute on Apple. Apple is already bullish. It had fallen bearish for a second, hit the 200 EMA and push down. So we gotta really watch this morning. We may see a push down. We may see that pop up. If Apple breaks this 200 EMA, heading to the north side will be good. But right now, it seems like it's pushing down off of that 200 EMA. So this thing could flip either way. Keep an eye out. This thing can flip either way. We could start bullish or we could start bearish. Trend on the day is bullish, but if we open bearish, we could see a push down to these little zones here that we have set. Let's go to the 5-day 20. Actually, the 21. So if we see a pull down to like this area here where we went to before, you see that gap up. Let's put the gap as our low. So below there. We are already at 47.54, so $7 isn't much for it to fall. But it does look like Apple is popping off of its 200 EMA. Meta's way above it, so it's got plenty of room to go down. Now you see us trending right here again, which is why I like to look at things, check out things in the 1 minute after looking at the 1 hour. So then that means that the 1 hour is probably starting red right now. Got to keep an eye on that because of that 2 minute warning. If the 1 hour does open red, then we're going to go ahead and see that push down. And I'm looking for us to push down to this 473 area here, 473.77 to open the market. And we could even bust through that and go all the way down to 473 flat. If we see that, we're going to see a nice pullback. And then we're going to see where we go from there. Now, if we see that pullback, oh, that's going to be some good trades. It might be a time to be patient and wait for the 10 o'clock trade. But yeah, we're kind of going, look at how Apple pushed down off of that 9 EMA there. I mean, that 200 EMA. Now we're going to go to the 1 hour here, the 1 hour here, because we want to see these bigger time frames. You're charting out your day. You want to see these bigger time frames. So bullish on Meta on the 1 hour, bouncing off of the 9 EMA, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and put it right down here. Meta can do its own thing and we can still see the market move greatly. But you want to keep an eye on what Meta's doing as well, because it's going to help out with the stocks that are pushing down SPY. MSFT on the 1 hour. Enter. And NVIDIA. Enter. Okay, so NVIDIA is trending up off its 9 EMA. Still might see a pull down to this area here. So just keep an eye out for that. Microsoft is trending down on the day. So Microsoft hit that high where it won't break this line, this 375.98, and started pushing down. Keeping an eye on that. Microsoft will pull us down as well. So this trend of us going south for the hour may be what the market is going to open as. Good to know. These are the things you keep your eye on. I put an M in here. We did Meta. We did Microsoft. What am I looking for? I'm not looking for an M at all. This is NVIDIA. We did Meta. We did Microsoft. TSLA for Tesla. The market is open. And as you can see, we spiked up green. We're pushing down just like I said. For the 1 hour, let's go ahead and go to the, take a look at that. So Tesla just pushed above. So we're seeing these spike and flop, spike and flop, spike and flop. Now let's see if we see the fall and pop back up. It's the question that we're going to have here. Let's look at the gap up over here on this I love to see the gap up in the morning when you're looking at SPX. So let's go to 1 day 15. So the gap is down here for 56, right? We gapped up to 47.60. That's not far at all. So if we come back down below that, we'll be ready to play it. So we started green, we're pushing up. And that is why you're seeing this zone stretch out for SPX. The reason that we're seeing the green over here and the red here is because we're on the 1 hour. The 1 hour just turned green. So that is confirming what we're seeing right now. So that is a positive day, as I stated prior. We came down to this zone right here, 474, like I said in the pre-market, and we are flying off of that. It just broke that 474.31. So the market is showing you guys we do go up the day after Christmas. We can ignore what is going on currently with Microsoft on the 1 hour and head over to the 1 minute. We're just looking for this to push up and then surpass that line there. We'll head back to the 1 hour so we can see if this starts to turn green. So this is going to be a good day. These are going to be some good trades. We're going to wait. Don't hop into the pre-market too soon because we're so close to this zone. So you got to be very careful. Very close to the top of the zone. So you could always push back really dramatically. So always be careful when you're looking at that. You know, but if you caught that little pop going up, if somebody was like an early morning trader, that was a nice little pop. Started here at 58, ran up to 63. You make a couple of dollars off of that. But I'm waiting for the big time, guys. You know me, I like to wait for there to be a significant move. I don't like these little micro trades. You know, at least give me $1 on SPY or whatever the range is. And then that'll be a massive move for SPX, QQQ, so on and so forth. You see how we went up there? We spiked down and started flopping. So you have the spike and the flop, just like we talked about a few minutes ago. But this market is live and we have our eye on it. So I like to watch my computer and trade from my phone. Let's zoom in here. Click, click, click. First minute, we were down here. So let's see if we break that area. As we push down, we haven't pushed down through that 474 just yet. But look at those massive wicks. This is why that first couple of minutes is really hard to trade. Did you see how high that jumped up before it started pushing back down there? That first couple of minutes is the danger zone. Unless you are very experienced, I don't say jump in here, even though we knew what direction it was going in, right? We knew that the market goes positive the day after Christmas for the most part. You still got to be careful. Go to the today 15 minutes. We're green on that. Pushed all the way down there, broke right here. So we'll see if we come back down below. So this thing is running, so we're seeing our trade pan out. Once you see it come down to the 9 and keep going, you're in a positive place there. Plenty of space to the upside on this. Looking to see a drawdown before we go all the way up, but patience, patience, patience. But it's good to see we are in that positive place we were talking about. AAPL. Apple pulling down now. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like to see it. Reach some zones. Reach some zones to come on back. It doesn't matter to me which direction we go. The volume was massive early on. Still in the $7 move. Sorry, I'm sending a text message. Okay, Apple just turned green for the next 5 minutes. So this is where Apple's coming down to currently. QQQ just hit that 81 cent mark. We're seeing if we're going up for the pop and flop. And we're being patient and waiting to see what happens there. Head over to NVIDIA. Oh, NVIDIA is driving, baby. NVIDIA is driving today. We are going up. I like to see it. I like to see it. So we're seeing our trade. We're seeing our zones. We're trying to find out where the ranges are right now. Once we find that range, that is what we're looking to execute on. But we wait to see what the range is for the most part. Yeah, there's plenty of money to be made in these little trades here. Turn that volume down. Plenty of money to be made in these trades here. You see the reversal pattern. You see us push down a little bit, but there's no problem for us to just break right through that with everything else still driving up. So careful, careful, careful with this time frame. Bull day, bull day. Let's look at these prices. Let's look at this price action, baby. Oh, yeah, these prices are looking good. Uh-oh, we're not going 8 days, though. That's way too far out. For this particular day, we're looking at 0. So we will be looking at this 47.75 here, or this 47.90. Now, we already know that our low that we're looking at is the 47.40. This is our favorite low right here. The 47.80 is our favorite high, but we would need it to go down lower so that we can get into our trade to the upside. So for right now, we will watch. 47.80 is what we really like right here. 47.85 is the maximum. 47.40, you know, is the baby on this side. We don't play with nothing else outside of those two ranges currently, as we sit in the same range that we were in the prior week. But you see how quick that flies up. That 47.80 is already up to 220. It was just 150, 225. So the more this goes up, the more that goes up. So cool when you watch these. Yeah, but like I said, you don't want to be too far out of the money with these. You want to be in the same exact range that the SPY is in. So SPY is in a $2 range, and this is 10 times what SPY is. You're just looking for a $20 range there. But right now, SPY is going from 374 to 375. So you're looking at currently a $1 range. So I'm staying inside of that 10 cents area. We're flying. We're going to break all of these and head on up to the top here. We are going to break all of these and head to the top. We got ourselves an uptrend, baby. We got ourselves an uptrend. Clickety, click, click, click. Let's go to the 20-day. I don't think I have my zone set up top, do I? I do. How far are we from the zone? We are 20 cent off of the bottom of the zone. We are almost 40 cent off of the top currently. We just pushed down a little bit. So we're looking at about 30 cent for the push up. Still got all this room to the upside. Oh, we're ready to trade, man. I can't wait. Would have played this, but don't like that first minute. Don't like that first minute at all. So go to the 1 minute to look for our entry. Super high as always, but this happens. We're still waiting for it to reach up into that zone before we look for any type of a pullback. So 58 cent. I mean, 47, 58, 47, 60 will put you at great profit. Getting into like even the 35 here. Like I said, we don't play with anything beyond this 47.40 here. But even if you got to like the 35, that'll put you in some good profit too. As we pull back down, if we pull it all the way back down. But like I said, this is a positive opening market. I'm not looking bearish at all currently. I want to go bullish, but my price is crazy high right now at $225 a pop. As is my price on the downside at $120 a pop. So we either let it run all the way up or we let it run all the way down before we look to get into one of our two trades. But we would love to see this go from like 80 cent to the 225 cent, 220 that we're looking at on this side. And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to find something that you can afford, pop one of those, and then ride it up to its highest point. So that's why you wait and look at ranges. You know, you want to know, hey, where's the best spot for me to get in? Where's my A trade? And then how much can I look to get before I get out of that? So if I was just looking at SPY, QQQ is above its 409 mark. QQQ is about to hit that 410, baby. If I was looking at SPY, I'm over here on Active Trader. Even if from 0 day, obviously SPY is a little bit easier. That's 50 cents, $50, but you can get two of these instead of that 50 cent there, right? And then you could double up your profit. Like, I don't always stare at the deltas and everything here. A lot of people are going to ask questions about deltas. I don't always stare at deltas. I don't really care what the delta is when I'm buying in, because as long as it's going my direction, I'm going to be getting money. Now, if I'm trying to stack a low price like this and buy like 10 of those to get a large delta, then that's one thing. So let's go about a week out, buy yourself some time and see what the week out's looking like. Now, when you come to a week out, you're going to be looking the same way that I was looking at SPX. You're going to be looking to come down here to like where it says $77 or 58. Because these are a week out, they're going to move much better than the 1 day or the 2 day or anything like that. So like you see, this is already up a cent or so. I'd be looking more at this 78 cent one here that can go to 80 fairly quickly, you know, or reach $1 faster, much faster than this 60 cent can if we're going that direction. If we're going down, I'd be looking at this 85 cent here, which can reach the next dollar. And I'm always looking, that's what I'm always looking at. I'm always looking for which one's going to reach the dollar next. And that is the one that I like to play for the most part. Still pushing up, still pushing up. Can easily get into a play here, but approaching that zone, so I will not. Let's head back to Active Trader. We're close to that zone. I like whenever we're close to a zone, I'm not buying the calls just yet. Nvidia ran up to that 396. We're almost at the 45-minute mark, so the 15-minute mark of the open of the market. And we are still pushing. We are still pushing. Like I said, I like to run my SPY and SPX right next to each other, because what SPY does, SPX is going to do for the morning. A lot of people like to run ES. I like to look at the minute to minute, so I want to have up my SPY. Super green on the hour. We're just looking to see where the zone ends. We got the bottom of the morning, which is that 47.60, 47.58-ish area. Almost reaching the top. And I don't move. I like to see it hit. I don't just want to be like, oh, is it going up there? No, I want to see it hit. And you don't have to worry about like FOMO, fear of missing out. You don't have to worry about missing a trade, because whatever it does, it's probably going to have at least some retracement, and then an opportunity for you to get into another trade, be it at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, or 1 o'clock. There's going to be an opportunity to get in. You don't have to rush to get in. So close to that zone. So close. Leave it up like this so I can see it. Still another 15 minutes. So we're going to see it push up and like wiggle down at times to kind of balance out this RSI. See it massively high there. This can still go to $500 with ease. It's only a $4 push. Apple below that 200. Are we going to go down to the 9 and pop back up some more? What are we doing? A lot of people look at this right here and be like, oh, it's coming down. You see how it quickly turned back green, right? Don't be fooled by that banana in the tailpipe. This is a level of resistance right here. So you would set a cash line as your level of resistance. So like say you pop up there, you're going to resistance and you're breaking through. But the demand zone and supply zones, the demand zone being way down here and the supply zone being right above this, don't think that that's going to be the push down. You got to wait. You buy that as the push down, all of a sudden it pushed right back up. You thinking that it was going to fall, breaking that high already. You just engulf that candle for a second. So we just broke through resistance, but you see us come back down through it. Testing above resistance. It's trying to break through resistance right there. That's all that's happening. So you may get a little pullback and then a push back up. So we'll set our resistance area right here. Boom, you got a little push down off of the resistance. That gives you a push down in general. It'll turn red there. But we are still not done yet. Now, when you look at NVIDIA pulling hard like that and Apple starts to pull hard like that, that's when you really start to look like, okay, is this a true pullback? Nope. Just a pullback to the 9. That's all it was. Drop down to the 9 EMA and a bounce back up. It's just a proper balance. You see SPY turning green right now, right here. You're going to see SPX follow. Like I said, that's why I like trading SPX with SPY open. You saw how SPY went green first, right? Then SPX was still red. That's that delay that I'm telling you guys about. You get a small delay when you're rocking SPY and SPX open that can give you an opportunity to buy in if you're looking to buy in, you know, or if you see like the pullback, that'll give you an opportunity to sell your trade. But we saw it easily break that high, then start to pull back. So now we're sitting comfortably above our resistance area. Pulling back into the resistance area. And we're just watching it bounce up and go up and up and up and look for its high. Now, if we're being realistic, right? SPX has a full $11 that it can run to reach the high of the previous week. So that is something you really got to watch out for. Now, if we run like that, that's cash. Looking back over the last 10 years of data last night, there tends to be the trend that the market pulls up the day after Christmas, and we are seeing just that. We are seeing just that. Our trade is coming at 10. Will it be a continuation or will it be a pullback? We don't know. We've got 12 full minutes. SPY just hit my zone and bounced down. So you see how we rejected off of the demand zone. Demand zones are much, 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 much stronger than resistance areas. So look at that, a hard rejection off of my supply zone over there on SPY. And like I said, SPY will show you first. SPY is going to show you like, hey, this is the move that I'm currently doing. And you're starting to see that downturn, but that was an aggressive bump off of my supply zone. I would have been looking to get in that actually. Just missed it. It was very fast. The spike up and pullback. But still, we're only at the 9 EMA, so we give it some time to see if it pulls all the way back. But what I would love to see this do is pull all the way back fast, and then we get to play that upside in the 10 o'clock hour. Just 11 minutes left. No, I told Tierra to just have you take the car the day that you guys went to get the gift and stuff, and then she was like, you was trying to sneak to the house. I was like, I don't care. Just have her take the car. He's not going to know. Sorry about that. I had to send a text message. So we're seeing a very steep pullback, very quick pullback. I like it. We have our range now for the top, a true top. we are playing bullish today. So we are not looking to get into this bearish play. We are bullish on the market currently. We want to see if this comes all the way down and then goes back up. Why we're bullish? Because so many stocks are skyrocketing right now to their highs. The day after Christmas is normally a day where it pushes up. So you got historical data. This would have still, either way, this would have been a great ride down, like I said, off of my supply zone. But we are bullish and we want to catch the full bull ride. But once this forms a range, once this comes down here, right, it's going to form a range. And now we'll know what range we're currently trading in. And what you're looking to do in a range is just trade within those walls right there, trade within that barrier. So if you get in down here, you're looking to get out at 1, get out at 2, get out at 3. You don't even want to go all the way up to the zone. Or if you can go to the zone and see a breakthrough, then you stay in that trade for a little bit. But those are your ranges. If you get in up here, you're looking to get out here, and get out down here as your max. You know, and those will give you great profits. Like this nice fall right here from 474.80 all the way 40 cent. Once you hit that 50 cent area, like right here at 35 or all the way down to 30, that is a very good trade. Even the 50 cent is always a great trade when you're trading SPY. But we're going to push down more. We're going to come to that 200, probably come to the original place. Apple's pulling lower. If Apple breaks its low of 193, we'll pull down even lower. The thing that's holding us up currently is Nvidia. Nvidia has plenty of room to retrace down to where it opened at, that 389 area. And 10 o'clock is our trade time, so we have 8 minutes. And then boom, just like that. Remember how I said that 50 cent is what you're looking to get out at? We came down to the 50 cent point. You sell your contracts, and then you're going back up to the upside, so you can play it both ways. Little baby's crying. Let me pause the sound for a second. Excuse me. Good morning, by the way, guys. How's everybody hanging out this morning? How you guys doing? Did you have a happy holiday? At the very least, did you get some time off of work and spend a little time with the family? As we get that nice push down and we look for the range for the bottom, we wait patiently. What I like to see is that Apple has come all the way down, meaning that Apple has plenty of room to go back up. We're looking at the 5-minute candle for Apple. Still pushing down on the second half of the half hour. Come on and finish your push. I want to see where the bottom is. We see where the bottom is on Nvidia. We see where the bottom currently is on Apple. We're looking for the bottom of SPY as well. If the bottom of SPY is right here, that is fine. And plenty of range to play with. All right, we got 5 minutes, so step out of the room. And this is let's back to the basics. Let's just look at how we read the chart, right? So on the 1 minute, even though this opens right here, like right before the market opens, this is red, right? The reason that I knew the market would push up is because we see this push down. It pushed down to here, stopped hard, and pushed all the way up. So you know that there's going to be a little bit of a pullback. Didn't hit my zone there, and then we just pushed up off of that. Boom. So you're just seeing us pull down and correct. Then we pushed all the way back up, hit our supply zone, fell down off of our supply zone. And that's just how you read it. Another key indicator is over here at NVIDIA. You saw us trending green. We turned red for about 5 minutes. Hit this little line right here, the 23 EMA, but realistically, we're just hitting the bottom of this candle. Fired up off of the bottom of that candle and went right back up. On Apple, you knew Apple would pull down today. You saw it open pre-market down. And now with Apple, Apple tends to be in a smaller range than all of the other trades. So you see Apple pulling up, and then it's going up to this high right here. And basically we broke it, wicked up, which are just spikes in price action. That's just liquidity grabs. And then we pushed all the way back down what Apple was telling us. Now, when on a day when Apple's pulling down, it can drag the market with it. So you do have to keep an eye on that. And that is what's going to form our low. Apple pulling so hard to the south side. See, but Apple usually will only put down so far, and then it'll start going back up into its other range. But a lot of times you'll see Apple fall, and then stop, and then just kind of consolidate, and then the rest of the market will do its thing. But you're always reading from left to right. See, this was trending up. Boom, it trended down. Okay, it said, hey, we had a big enough candle saying that we're going down. We pop up towards the 200 EMA. On the 1 minute, you can see that we hit the 200 EMA. And then we went all the way down. And now we're just looking for Apple to find its low. And if you go to the 20-day, 1 hour, you will see where its low is, which is right here at this 192.95. We're kind of sitting at that being the zone for it to pop up off of. And that is why we are patiently waiting to get into our trade. It's very close to the bottom of its zone, but it's not quite there yet. And we're going to put a halfway mark on the zone to see if it breaks down through it. But right now we're sitting right at the zone. And as you can see, we're close to it and we're pushing up. So that is a nice area of support. And sometimes your zones aren't perfect, so it may not go right to it. My zones are pretty tight to the candles, so I usually wait for it to hit my zones. As you can see, that's a nice area. If you go back on the 20 days to see that we traded in and out of that zone several times, that's confirmation there. Wicked below that zone, so I always put a little reminder down here at the bottom that, hey, we can run lower, so watch out for that. And we wicked through the zone a couple of times. Still valid zones, but you got all this space to the downside here. Not looking to go back there. We're just looking to stay right here in this region, this 191 to 193, which is why this is such a large zone. We're sitting right above it right now. Starting to consolidate on these trades in the morning, up and down, up and down, up and down. Ran even higher on SPY. All right, 3 minutes to our trade. I'm gonna run to the restroom. I'll be right back. 2 minutes to our trade. Just missed that. Now we're at 10 o'clock, right? Now you usually see the retrace to the zone before you see any type of a fall, so you don't hop right in at 10 o'clock. Riding it to the upside, you still have to wait for it to go up and retest. This is not moving at all. It's actually still pushing down. So we're definitely being patient on that front. But we will go look at the prices. My 47.40 is exactly $1 right now. I want that to fall below that for sure. Even if it came down to like 65 cents, that would be dope. Back to Active Trader. Oh, and I should explain the reason I want this 65 cent, like where this one is, as my trade, because then you're looking to go up to just that dollar, right? So that's $40. If you can get this for 65 cents, you know that this can reach a dollar very easily. That would be $40. But first, we wait. Wait to see where this morning takes us. Apple's all the way down here at its bottom. Is it going up? Are we going to rise higher than we've been? Because well, honestly, we've gone all the way up to like 475, 476, I believe, on this one. I think 476 is the high. Let me check. Yeah, so basically 476 is the high, 475.90. So we have plenty of room to the upside that we can still go to. But we're just waiting to see what Apple does on its today 5 minutes. Came down to the bottom here and bounced up. Nvidia's looking to break that 496 now. And we are looking for our trade. Like I said, when we're so close to the zone, I don't play the calls prior to hitting it. And when we're that close to it, I don't play them in general. Even if this breaks out, this is just not where I trade from. I'd have to wait for it to break above that zone. All right, but as you see, our previous analysis was correct. We were bullish on the day. It is bullish all the way up to the zone. Finally swings bearish once we hit that zone, but then goes right back bullish, so we can see this break out of the zone even. But we are bullish on the day. We're going to switch Apple out for another stock, Microsoft, MSFT. Microsoft's been making highs. Let's see what it's doing currently. Microsoft started bullish on the day, running bearish currently, coming down to this 200 EMA and bouncing off of that. So that's what we're looking for here. META for Meta. Meta is bullish, bullish, bullish. Meta started bearish. Well, technically opened right here. So on the 5 minute, probably open green. Let me check on the 1 minute. Yeah, so it opened bullish, ran bearish, and back up, and now it's pushing back up to its high. So we could be seeing a little bit of a push down here in a minute, but I always wait the first several minutes to see if we push up to that zone. I don't like playing in the middle of a zone where there's too much room to run to the upside or the downside. If we're going to hit those highs, we're going to hit them in general. Making our zones for the day. Just for the day. Put in our range for the day over here on SPY as well. then we'll put in our range for SPX. Little wick here. All right. Apple has gone below. And this is our range for SPX currently. We'll put it in for the week. Let's go to the 1 hour just real quick. I need to see how far this goes. 1 hour open green, pushing green. So I think we need to extend the width of our zone here to suit these two candles, because we haven't quite hit that high from 3 days ago. So we're going to extend that by adding one here. Doesn't matter to me that it's actually right up against that other one. We'll just make one full zone. As you can see, we finished the push up, broke through, and we're running up as everything gets ready to run down. But that's what I mean. Like, you can't just read, hey, we're going down because we fell down right here. We're going right back up. Right back up. And now we're currently in that zone and pushing. We're looking to see if we break through it. If we break through it, there's more cost to the upside on the way. Meta's pulling down. So let me open up my trades here. waiting and waiting and waiting to see how far Apple pushes us up. Still haven't quite reached our zone on SPX. Popped out of our temporary zone on SPY. But as you can see, I'm looking at SPX right here on the 1 hour. We are green for the hour, so we are going to continue that push up. But have not reached our zone just yet. Our zone is right here. And the high part of our zone is there, so we're waiting on that. Almost there. We're almost there. People gonna come from everywhere because we're almost there. Go ahead, reach your zone. Just a little bit higher on SPX. Just a little bit higher. The time is 10:12, so we're seeing that we're getting close to our time, getting close to our trade. We got a little bit more to go. Break that. That's all we're looking to break, is that right there. Still pulling up. Let's see how far above this 475 we get. There we go. We're in there. We are up in there. Break that 475 and we are running. Boom, and we hit our zone. Now we're currently in our zone. That is where you wait for it to retest. Watching a nice little run up this morning. Nice little run up this morning. Are we done? Are we done? Yeah, we're done. So we got our high now. We got our high. We're just waiting on it. Let's see if we retest that high one more time. We're retesting that high one more time. Waiting for one last push. Waiting for one last push. One more time. Apple just bounced up off of his zone. You're looking at maybe missing our play, but we're going to continue to wait for these retests to finish up. Because you have to wait. The hour's green. On a green hour, you got to wait for that time to finish. Don't want to get caught in the consolidation. Tesla's above. SPY is up a decent amount in the hour. Looking for that 475.30. And you see what happened there. Apple came down to its zone and started running. And that is why we're not in a trade right now. We want to see how far this run goes. This run may take us up and through a lot of our areas. Up and through a lot of our areas. You do not want to get caught getting dragged up in the wrong direction when we're currently consolidating. Still plenty of room for this to break out up here to this 475.30. Man, my phone starts ringing off the hook in the morning. I'm glad we're off for the week at the warehouse. It's weak, but it's still going. There we go. Breaking out. Still breaking out. Still breaking out. And you wait. You're waiting for the best trade. And now we're starting to reflect what Apple is doing. So that is our high. Nvidia's still going up. Apple's still going up. Let's see if Apple breaks this area right here. Still waiting to get out of the micro trade phase. We are below the 90 EMA now. Let's see if we go back above it. We should. And then boom, just like that, right back above it. And this is day trading sometimes. It's hurry up and wait. You get to the market so you can watch the screen and wait for your trade. breaking out, making new highs. Large consolidation. Large consolidation. Hey, Tiara, give Chris the key. Give Chris the key to the car. Yeah. Gosh darn it. All right, so we're switching directions, and we are ready to get into our trade now. We've got the top of our zone. We waited patiently enough. Still seeing some consolidation, but if we can get in at the lowest point on this, we're going to be good. Do we get one last push up or are we done there? All right, we're getting one last push up. All right. Not yet. It's not ready yet. It's the first 15-minute candle where we started pushing down. Got our high right here. See, we're only 10 cents off the high, so that's why I'm being so patient. This is the push down, though. I saw it. It's happening. $4.75 higher day. Confirmation is there. Like I said, we break out. There's a reason I am not on a trade yet. 10:25 and we are rolling up into the zone. Flying up into the zone now, and that is why you are patient. You got the push-up pattern right here, formed perfectly, shot off of that pattern. And I've been waiting for that to form to the downside, but it has not formed to the downside. It has only formed up. And that is why I am being patient. And now we're almost up at this zone here. You're watching it happen, folks. You're watching it happen. You can take these calls to the upside, by the way. You know, on that, when you see that little pattern form there, boom, fire off of that. That was a good call to the upside. Market is still forming its top. Let's see if we stay above this 475 for a moment. Get up to that 475.30. Apple is still dragging up. Nvidia is still going up. So we are still holding. But now the cool thing is we get to move into another price range that's even higher. So now we're at that. Ooh, we are at 47.70. Almost there, guys. Almost the high. 47.78 is the high. We're at 47.70. My trade price now moves up $5 to 47.45. But we are almost at that high. Yeah, we're pushing down, but we're going to continue our wait. 47.70 is a good area too, but we're still trending up. Want to see us get back up above this. So it looks like 47.70 is the high, and then we flew off of that, and I was too late. Patience can hold you out of trade sometimes. The problem is I should have had this in the 1 minute here for my entry. Yeah, it showed on the 1 minute. Of course it did. Ding-a-lings. Ding-a-lings. But we can go right back up there, though, so I'm not worried about it at all. So 47.70 is our high. We go off of that. We bounce down. How far down? We don't know. But I did just totally miss out on $300 in literally that minute. But that's okay. We're looking for our trade still. We're going to find it. We're going to catch it. That's why we're on the 1 minute, so we can see it when it happens. We're going to catch it real time. That was a nice one, though. Nice little pullback. Let's see if we go back up. Yeah, we're going right back up. We just hit 10:30, so now we're going to go fly for a minute. Let's break this level here. Those are highs. We're about to break that. 10:30 is looking for a little bit of a spike, are we? Get back into that zone. Still on that uptrend. Still on that uptrend. Break that 475 again. 475.30 is what we're looking for. It's hard, but we're getting there. Still green on the hour, plenty of time to move. I love when we get to move to a new price. Love it, love it, love it when we get to move to a new price. Apple broke above. There we go, breaking out, breaking out. Going once, going twice. Let me shut this down. I need to close my stream for just a second so I can see my whole phone. This price action moves fast. I like that. So the cool thing is once we finally do get in, we will be in the money rather quickly. There we go. We are above 47.70. There we go. Run it up, run it up. Huh? What'd you say? Run it up, baby. Run it up. Go to 470.71. Go to 470.71. Oh, we're not going to get all the way there. No, go up a little higher. Come on. Go all the way up to right here. You hit it to 50. Break the 50. Break the 50 for me first. Hit that 90 MA and bounce up. Let's see what we're looking for. Let's look at these alerts here. Okay, so we got 98, 73, 70. So we got all of our alerts already set here. So we are already set for our push. Still on the uptrend. like it. We're on a run. We are on a run. We are on a run. We are on a run. Still riding till the day I die. Still riding. Looking to break that 14 cents. Looking to break that 14 cents. Come on, man. 47.71. Let's go. 47.71. Let's go. There's 47.71. All right, so we failed. And now we watch. Let's go down to right here. We filled at 70 cents. You saw we came up to my line. Now we're just looking to fall back down to the zone. I think we caught it at the right time. So for SPY, that's right here and right here. So we're at $50. We are at $75. Apple just had a massive bounce back up. We need to come down below 47.05 for us to really get a nice rally. And then we need to come down below 193.26 on Apple. But we are at positive $50. Trade started out positive $50. We are in the last 18 minutes of the hour. We are breaking levels on Apple. We are hanging up on this caller. We need to break this 23 EMA. We have broken the 23 EMA before I could put my reminder in, so we'll cancel that. We are at positive $125. All we need is a fall to right here. We're going to get our take profit zone is literally right here at 67. 150. You see the 150 down here, 125. Stop calling me, I'm trading. Don't like that bounce up there. We need to come back down through that, but it's not really affecting our SPX trade, so that is good news. Okay, break down into the zone for me. If this thing comes down into the zone, we're going to be flying. And we are flying. Apple, hold down. Don't do stupid stuff. Break this level for me. We have flipped trends. As you can see, we have 3 candles. We flipped trends. Let's create some pressure to the downside. And we won't get greedy. We're just being patient right now. We're not being greedy. We're just being patient. You don't want to get out of this play too soon. Don't want to see a reversal, but don't want to get out of the play too soon either. Apple is still in a downwards trend. We are still in our downwards trend for the hour. Let's see this thing fly for about 1 more minute. Fingers on the trigger to sell with no issue. That's a further push down. We like to see that. We like to see that. We love to see it. We love to see it. We are in the zone. We are through the zone. So we're through our zone here. The zone is here on this. Got a little reversal candle. But not quite yet. Just come down to right here. We're still breaking levels. The higher time frame is going to be green, by the way. That's not why I'm not watching the higher time frame. I'm watching my minute to minute to see how my trade is actually going. We're at $175 on the hour. And we are in 5 minutes now. We're looking for this to play out over the next 15 minutes. We get to the 67 cent and we are cruising. I'm lowering my levels now below. 125 is pushing back hard off of that zone there. We don't want to see that. We want to see it reject off of this 23. If it doesn't reject off the 23, we take our 125 and we're out. Come back down here. That's a hard push up. So I think this is all we're getting, guys. 125. No. Apple says we might be getting some more. Let's check. Let's check. Apple says we might be getting some more. 125 may be it. Going once. Going twice. No, we're rejecting off of the 23 still. Okay, so we're still below. As long as we stay below this 9, we are good. As long as we stay below the 9 EMA. That's the key. You don't want to see us rise up past the 9 EMA. You want to see us continue to push down. There we go. We're seeing new lows. New lows. Beautiful, beautiful. Drag us with you, Apple. Take us with you. Take us on a ride, baby. That's why I love Apple as my indicator. Once we sync up with Apple, it's a good trade. That's what I've been waiting for this whole time. I've been waiting for us to sync up with Apple. Oh, let me back out of this. I almost closed my trade by mistake. Come on, break this level here. Apple, do it again. One more time. One more time. One more time. I want to celebrate. All right. All right, so we are not going with Apple. So something else is pulling us up. Everything else is going down. Let's check Tesla. TSLA. Okay, cool. Tesla's pulling down. MSFT. Microsoft is pulling down. META. Meta's pulling up. So Meta's pulling us up in the opposite direction. Apple's going up too. All right, guys. It's looking like 125 is the trade. Hey, listen. $125 in just a few minutes. It don't get much better than that. We're going to be patient and wait out the last probably 5 minutes of this time frame here because we got just 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle before we really need to make a decision. But you guys are seeing it. You can make profit out here, man. You can make profit. SPY is starting to consolidate here is what's going on. So I'm going to close on out. I'm trying to wait the 2 minutes, but if it's going to consolidate to the upside, that's not good for me. We need a heavy push off of that 9 EMA. We're at 82 cents. What's 85 cents? All right, so we're shooting for 85 cents then. Finally, SPY is starting to move. 67. We are open a market close currently. All right, we are flying down, so we are not closing. We are at 90 cents, almost at $1. We would love to close $1. Let me get off of this screen here. We would love to close $1. We are at 90 cents currently. Like I said, we are not being greedy. We are being patient. We are being patient. You want to let your trade play out. You don't want to just fly out of your trade. And then boom, if we would have got out of our trade, we're not looking at 275 right now. We're not looking at $300. I am sitting with my finger on the trigger to close this trade. 325, going once. Up, going twice, pushing back up. Almost had it. Okay, there it is. There's one. There's two. 275. Okay, $300. I can't even close. It's moving so fast on me. 325. We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. 375. We're waiting. We're holding. We're holding. We're holding. You don't close these. You don't close burners like this. We're holding. We're holding. What we doing? What we doing? We going? We going more? I'm ready. I'm ready to close. What we doing? I'm ready to close the burner. What are we doing? Oh, we're going lower? Okay. I'm being patient with you. And this is the game, baby. This is the game. 425, 475. Can we get 500 out of it? We got 500. Going once. Going twice. What's up? 200 EMA right there. Breaking it. Sending it. That's it. $500. $500. We're not playing no more games. I got $500 on the stream for y'all. $500 in that trade. It took us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 minutes. $500. I got a banger trade for y'all. Man, this is what we do. It's patience. It's setups. You wait for it to hit that zone. You play off of that zone. You let the trade play out. You see we reverse. I would have lost like part of my $500. Closing out. Let me go ahead and go on the screen here. Do my phone recording for the short. Good morning. This is Full Transparency Trading. I am your host, Sebastian. We just did a live trade. We made $500 in 11 minutes. We got in the highest of high candles at exactly 1041. We rode that for exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We patiently waited out a little bit of consolidation for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And on the 11th minute, we exited that bad boy for $500. You're looking at it right here at the bottom of the screen. I'll break down this trade in a minute. Now, this trade may run lower. I don't care. Take your profit, manage your greed. We were patient enough to make it to $500. We saw 575. That's where we closed as soon as it turned on us. That's it. We're out. We'll make the long video next. So you guys saw that on the live stream. You saw my patience. It took a while. 35% added to the account. We added $500 to that account that started with a $900 balance. Let's see. Let me go back to my live and see if anybody's in the chat or whatever. Chat, that's it for the day. You've seen it live. You can do it too. I want y'all to know that I've been practicing for 10 months straight. If you walked away from your PC and you missed it, we made $500. We made $500 in just 11 minutes. If you sat here with me this entire time and watched me do this trade, I appreciate you, man. I love you guys coming out and showing me the love. I'm going to go break down this trade right now.